Loading snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage here. This is hashtag ICYMI, just in case you missed it, which just happens to be last week's news. So without any further ado, let's do.
Number 1.
AwesomeCon DC happened last weekend, and the LS crew was there the entire time. So, for those of you who are unaware of exactly what AwesomeCon is, it is a comic book convention, otherwise known as a Comic Con. And this one was June 3rd through 5th. It takes place in our area in the DMV in Washington, D.C. at the Washington Convention Center. This is the fourth year, gentlemen? And it has grown exponentially. It gets better and better every year. They have better and better stars showing up and appearing every year. The team went for the weekend and had a blast. We did a lot of interviews, met a lot of cosplayers, met a lot of great artists. Overall, we had a good weekend, gentlemen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, really good time. We put in a lot of work. So you guys just make sure that you keep tuning in right here to us on YouTube so that you can see all the interviews and kind of get all the information and learn about these folks in this kind of world that you might not even really realize exists. It's real, it's major, and there are people who you probably wouldn't expect to be there. They're there, and they're dressed up. You'd be surprised. AwesomeCon was dope. So shout out to all the folks who put in all the time and effort to make that happen. Can't wait for next year.
Number 2.
After a leaked photo of a poster for the game made its rounds on the interwebs, WB and NetherRealm Studios revealed Injustice 2 with a new cinematic trailer. Okay, so the trailer, it is a full cinematic trailer. You get to see Superman and Batman and Flash, Supergirl. Kind of fighting and battling in what appears to be like some kind of dark, almost like a dungeon kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure what the story is going to be like, but word on the street is that essentially what's going to happen, and you can see this in the trailer, every time someone gets defeated by someone else, they kind of get like new gear, like this new gear stuff pops out. So supposedly what's happening is, as you fight and play the game, you actually sort of level up your characters and you get like new pieces of equipment for them. That sounds about right. Yeah. So I am highly interested. Injustice was a phenomenal game, phenomenal story. I highly recommend that you get your hands on it and you play it. NetherRealm Studios, same folks that do Mortal Kombat, really did this game justice. But this is Injustice 2, and I'm not sure exactly how the story is going to take place. The story made a lot of sense last time in terms of what it was and how it worked out, and I'm very interested to see where they go with this, especially with all of what's happening with DC and Rebirth and all that kind of stuff. The last one did kind of happen around the time when New 52 was coming in, and so there was a lot going on with that. I'm seriously looking forward to hear what else they have to say and talk about at E3. But make sure you jump over and watch the trailer on the Lotus Snacks YouTube channel. Definitely worth the watch. You'll probably watch it more than once. I did. Yeah. You guys got a favorite character from the last game?
Like the Flash.
Nightwing.
The Flash.
Batman and the Joker? Okay. Dig it. I don't have a favorite. I just get in there and go. That's what I do.
Number 3.
Ubisoft made Watch Dogs 2 official with a group of new reveal trailers. Okay, so Watch Dogs 2. The first Watch Dogs, how do we feel about the first Watch Dogs game? Yeah, so?
I think it's a good attempt at a new IP, but
I agree.
It's a lot of work.
I think that the first Watch Dogs game felt like the first Assassin's Creed. I liked it, I understood what they were trying to do, but it needed that Assassin's Creed 2 to really lift it, and I feel like Watch Dogs 2, they're doing the things necessary to to lift it, to make this an actual franchise that should exist. So this one takes place in San Francisco. Again, there were several reveal trailers. One big one that kind of showed everything. That was like 18 minutes long. They talked a lot about the behind the scenes things, what they did to kind of make the world feel more realistic, a little more GTA-like. I mean, I don't know if they probably don't really like that reference, but that's more or less what it is. But San Francisco seems to look really good. And from my understanding from people who actually live in San Francisco, their impressions of what it looks like look spot on. So kudos to the team for that. I like the direction that this is going. They got a new protagonist, a young guy who actually has friends, or you know what I mean, like he's involved with people. He's not doing things by himself. They kind of changed the hacking system up to make it more robust. This is a guy who really knows his stuff, and he has like a remote control car, and he's got like a drone, and he can actually you can hack any vehicle in the game. I watched the trailer and he hacked the car and ran over somebody with it, and I'll probably do that a few times. Overall, the new character, he seems younger and more vibrant, and like the story's probably going to build a little bit better around him than it did around Aiden Pierce, who was just kind of collected into himself and very vengeful. So I'm excited actually about Watch Dogs 2. We did get a release date, so November 15th of this year is when we're supposed to see that. Assuming we don't get a delay, which the first Watch Dogs was known for, and then known for again, and then known for again. Hopefully this time around, this announcement and then that release are something they stick with.
Number 4.
Xbox One owners who are also preview members that opted into the newest update now have Cortana support. Okay. Little Cortana love for you, sir?
No!
Oh, okay. Well, they don't have Siri on good things. So, yeah, so there's a new update they rolled out for Xbox One owners. Again, if you're a preview member, this update should roll out later in the summer for everyone else. So if you are a preview member and you didn't go in and actually opt in, you do have to opt into this one like you did the last time in summer before E3. So you have to opt in. But once you opt in, you should be able to get your update. And this update kind of moves some things around. They took the My Games and Apps option from being below your main screen, your home screen, and moved it up to the right corner so it's easy to get to, which makes a lot more sense. And when you're in your My Games and Apps, you also have the ability to change the size of the tiles. Everything is listed going downwards instead of going across, and all of your stuff that's ready to install, like your old Xbox 360 games and things of that nature, are actually, they have their own section now, so you can just go straight to it instead of having to scroll through all of your games and titles and digital what's-its and who's-its in order to get to them. So some pretty cool things that are there. They streamlined the store a little bit. There's some combination between Windows 10 and the Xbox store, so kind of everything sits there, but it tells you what's on what. And of course, again, Cortana support. So once you install this, you will no longer talk to your Xbox if you have a Kinect by saying Xbox and then giving a command. You will now say, hey Cortana, to wake the system up, and then you will give it a command or tell it what you want it to do, and that includes things like searching the internet or what have you. It's relatively robust. Again, they're still kind of testing things, and that's why, if you remember the preview program, you're there to get feedback. So if there are things that need to be fixed before they roll it out to everyone else, you can be a part of making that happen. So far, it's pretty cool. I like it. I enjoy it. I'm used to using it. I have it on my phone, and of course, it's on. If you have a Windows 10 PC or a tablet, then you've got Cortana there. So it essentially works the same way it does there. You're just able to use it on your Xbox now. Probably the most important piece of that update, and the fact that Cortana is such an important part of this system, is many people who have an Xbox One do not have a Kinect. And so you might be thinking, well, how am I going to talk to my Xbox? And so they made it so that now you can actually use the headset. So when you have your headset on and you have your controller in hand, when you say, hey, Cortana, it recognizes that it's listening through the headset for that specific piece of speech, and that wakes the system up and then allows you to talk to it. So you can use the headset if you don't have a Kinect, either or. It's up to you. Again, it's pretty cool. If you have the option to opt in, I recommend you do so. And if not, then you'll have to wait. But we'll be here to let you know how it is. Y'all gonna get that? Get that? Yeah.
Number 5.
Square Enix dropped a trailer on us last week that was not Final Fantasy 15 and not Final Fantasy 7 Remake, but instead was Final Fantasy 12 in a remastered form called Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age. Now some of you might be asking, why is this important enough to bring up? It might not be to a lot of you, but I'm not a huge fan of Final Fantasy 12. A lot of people love the game. Saying you like this game?
I did.
I know you did. Have either of you played Final Fantasy 12?
I played it. It wasn't.
And one didn't do it for you, right? I'm not real excited about this. I think this is important though, because I feel like this is one of those things. Again, E3 is coming. And this is one of those things you say and you get out of the way, because Final Fantasy 15 needs to be a focus for them at E3. But I also think that they need to focus on Final Fantasy 7 Remake, because people are going to want to know what's going on. And this right here makes me feel like somebody's going to say something like, when you pre-order Final Fantasy 15, you get to try out Final Fantasy 7 Remake for free. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah. So I think that's probably what's gonna happen. Now, I wasn't personally asking for a Final Fantasy 12 remaster, and it's not coming out till next year. So again, to even bother to announce it now just feels like one of those things that's being done to get it out of the way because they have something bigger or more information that they want to give, and they want to focus on those things during E3. But there is something about it that makes me say, you know what, maybe I need to go back and revisit it. And I'm not going to go get my old system out to do it. I'm not pulling out the PlayStation 2 to play Final Fantasy 12. However, I do still have my strategy guide, and I probably need that because I don't necessarily want to sit on the computer with a wiki doing that. And you need those. To really complete a Final Fantasy, you must have a guide. It's not doable without it. And they need to stop that. Am I?
100% correct.
Okay.
100% correct.
Coop, have you ever played a Final Fantasy game? Do you?
Closest I got was Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. So
Yeah, that's not a Final Fantasy game. So
next to you now.
yeah. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, Coop's kicked out, and that's the end of the show. So do me a favor, you guys. Make sure you hit that little red button that's at the bottom on your right, my left, that says subscribe. That helps us out. We appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up. Drop us some comments. We love to kind of interact with you guys, be it in the comments on YouTube, or whether it's on Instagram or it's on Twitter. So make sure you follow us there. We're at Loading Snacks in both of those places. We also have a Tumblr. Ain't that right, Kay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we tumble. We be tumbling. So make sure you go and you find us on social networks. Just look up Loading Snacks. You'll find us. You'll come across us. And one other thing, make sure you tune in for all that great, awesome con coverage that we have. There's plenty of stuff coming out. We put a lot of stuff out already. We love you guys. You guys have been great so far. We got lots of followers, you all. We received a lot of love at Awesome Cons. A lot of people walking up going, hey, you guys, and that kind of feels weird, but it felt great. So thank you for doing that. We love you all.
Yeah.
Got them out. Ow! Toodles and lose. Spider-Man.